Good morning student. Today we are going to discuss the topic of metal carbonyl. Carbon atom in carbon monoxide has a lone pair of electron which can be donated to the transition metal to form a complex compound called as metal carbonyl. Thus metal carbonyl compounds are of considerable structural interest. Also they are very important industrially and catalytic reaction. The first metal carbonyl, that is NiCO4 and FeCO5, were discovered by Amond in 1890 and 1891. Metal carbonyl can be broadly classified into two ways. First is mononuclear metal carbonyls. They contain only one metal atom in a molecule. They have general formula MCOX. Example is NiCO4, FeCO5, CrCO6, etc. Polynuclear, second type is polynuclear carbonyl. They contain more than one metal atom in each complex molecule. It is important. If the two metal atoms are same, then it is known as homonuclear. If they are different, then carbonyl are called as heteronuclear carbonyls. So these are the examples of homonuclear carbonyl. Just see in this example, Fe2CO9. In this example, both atoms are Fe, that is they are both atoms is Fe, that's why it is known as homonuclear metal carbonyl. Just see the example of heteronuclear carbonyl. Here we see that MnCO, CO by 9, two different metal atoms are present in this metal carbonyl. That's why it is the example of heteronuclear carbonyls. Now we are going to see the preparation of metal carbonyl. First preparation is of NiCO4. Nickel carbonyl can be prepared by direct interaction of carbon monoxide with finely divided nickel at room temperature. So if we take nickel powder and CO2 gas, CO gas, that is carbon monoxide gas, at 30 degrees centigrade, nearly at 1 atmosphere pressure, we directly got NiCO4, that is nickel carbonyl. Nickel carbonyl can also be prepared by passing carbon monoxide through alkaline suspension of NiCN by 2 or NiS. So just see, in this reaction your cyanide groups are replaced by CO group as well as 2CO group also get added. Same thing is happen here. Now we are going to see synthesis of FeCO by 5. Iron carbonyl can be prepared by direct interaction of carbon monoxide with metallic iron at 200 degree atmosphere. So when Fe is reacted with carbon monoxide nearly at 200 degree centigrade and 200 atmosphere pressure, we directly got FeCO by 5. It can also be prepared from ferrous iodide in the presence of CO that acts as an acceptor of I2. So when iron iodide is reacted with carbon monoxide nearly at 200 degree centigrade and 200 atmospheric pressure, there is a addition reaction taking place. So all CO, that is metal all carbon monoxide molecule get add into your iron iodide like this. When this complex is again treated with CO and copper, we got FeCO5 and Cu2I2 comes as a byproduct. Now we are going to see synthesis of CrCO6. Chromium chloride is dissolved in ether and treated with carbon monoxide in presence of reducing agent like lithium aluminium hydride. So when chromium chloride is reacted with carbon monoxide nearly at 115 degree centigrade, 70 atmospheric pressure, in presence of reducing agent Li, that is lithium aluminium hydride, is acts as a reducing agent here. So we directly got CrCO by 6. CrCO6 can also be prepared by using your Grignard reagent. So in this case, chromium chloride is reacted with Grignard reagent in the presence of CO. So we directly got chromium CO6. Now we are going to discuss physical properties of metal carbonyls. So mononuclear carbonyls are generally colorless, liquid, and have low or low melting solids. All of them are typically covalent compound. It is important. All of them are typically covalent compound that are soluble in non-polar solvent. All metal carbonyl except vanadium CO6 are diamagnetic in nature. Now we are going to see some chemical properties of metal carbonyls. The most important general reaction of metal carbonyls is substitution. Here CO group is replaced by other group such as PF3, PCl3, etc. This reaction proceeds through photochemical activation. Just see what happens when we react metal carbonyl with PF3 molecule. So in this both the case, we simply see that this 2 group replaces your CO group in metal carbonyl. So here is a 2 molecule of PF3 which replaces your 2 CO2 group in this reaction. That's why it is the most interesting reaction, because it is the substitution type of reaction. Carbonyl can also reduce by suitable reductant to give carbonylate anions. So in this case, we see that when FeCO5 is treated with alkali, that is NaOH, we got salt, and in this salt, this salt is basically neutral in nature. If we remove this Na2 plus from here, we got anions. So carbonyl react with halogen to form corresponding halide. When just see in this reaction, when iodine is reacted with FeCO5, one of the CO2 get replaces by your iodine here. Now we are going to discuss bonding in metal carbonyl. This is the important topic. Generally it is asked in the exam. All the carbonyl contain CO group attached to the metal atom through their carbon atom. Thus all the carbonyls contain metal CO bond. Shape of the complex is determined by the number of vacant orbital, any type of hybridization in the metal. For understanding bonding in metal carbonyl, one should go through Colson molecular orbital treatment of CO molecule. It is important. The bonding in a metal carbonyl can be explained as follows. First of all, metal atom undergo appropriate hybridization depending on the number of empty orbitals in it. This hybridization may be sp3, dsp3, d2sp3, etc. The electronic configuration of carbon monoxide as explained by molecular orbital theory, it is written here. The particular orbital of our interest is this, which is a non-bonding orbital. Metal atom undergo appropriate hybridization to give number of empty hybrid orbital equal to its coordination number. Empty hybrid orbital of metal overlap with non-bonding sp2. It is talking about this orbital of CO containing 2 electrons to form coordinate bond in which electron density is transferred from ligand to metal. It is important. First electron density is transferred from ligand to metal. As in a metal carbonyl, metal is in a zero oxidation state. The transfer of charge by ligand makes complex unstable. This accumulated charge is transferred back. It is important now. Transfer back to ligand by metal through the filled d orbital of metal overlapping with empty pi star orbital of CO. So just see this second anti-bonding pi star orbital of CO which is empty. These two orbitals have very much important role in metal carbonyl structure. Such a bonding is called as CO. As a result, electron density is transferred back to the ligand. Such a bonding is called back bonding and the bond form is called back bond. It is similar to that of metal ethylenic bond. Due to the formation of back bond, the bond strength is increases. It is known as synergetic effect. Now just see here in this diagram what we discussed earlier. It is shown diagrammatically in this diagram. Just see, this metal have empty hybrid orbital which are shown here. Also metal have filled d orbital which are shown by these black orbitals, black color orbital. Same way your CO also have filled sp orbital which are shown by this black color orbital diagram, and empty antibonding orbital which are shown like this. Now in a first case, charge is pass, electron density pass from your ligand to metal. After that, this electron density is again passed from your metal to ligand, and it is known as basically synergetic effect or back bonding. So evidences in favor of back bonding. Transfer of electron density from metal to CO group is supported by following point. X-ray crystallography study shows that in a metal carbonyls, metal carbon bond length is shorter than single bond, while that of CO bond is longer than triple bond. IR spectroscopy study show that in carbon monoxide the CO stretching frequency is 2143 centimeter, while that in metal carbonyl is between 2100 to 1850 centimeter. This clearly indicates that reduction in CO bond order in a metal carbonyls. Although nickel 2 and zinc 2 are isoelectronic, nickel 2 forms tetracarbonyl, that is NiCO4. Zinc does not form tetracarbonyl, that is ZnCO4 2+. This is because due to the positive charge on zinc ion, it is poor pi donor. Hence this complex is unstable and does not exist. Now we are going to see structure of mononuclear metal carbonyls. So first we are going to discuss structure of CrCO6. So in this case, electronic configuration for chromium can be written as 3d5 4s2 4p0, which are shown here diagrammatically. Now we know that CO is a strong ligand, and because of strong ligand, electrons get paired up. So now in this case we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 electron. So it can form 3 pairs which are written here like this. 1, this is second pair, this is third pair. Now we have 5d orbital out. After that, after pairing takes place, we have 2 empty d orbital, 1 s orbital and 3 p orbital. That's why hybridization is d2sp3. Now chromium, in this complex there is 6 CO ligand. Each ligand carry 1 electron pair. So all CO molecule donates their electron pair like this. Geometry of complex is octahedral because CO is monodentate ligand. So this is the geometry of CrCO6. Now in this structure we clear cut see that there is all electrons are paired. That's why this complex is diamagnetic in nature. Now we are going to see the structure of FeCO5. The electronic configuration of Fe can be written as 3d6 4s2 4p0, which are shown here. CO is strong ligand. Because of that, pairing of electron takes place. So there is total 8 electron. So this 8 electron can be accommodated into 4 3d orbital. So that's why 8 electrons are accommodated into this 4d orbital. Out of 5d orbital, 4d orbitals are used. That's why there is one empty d orbital is present. That's why this empty orbital, one d orbital, one s orbital and 3 p orbital going to give us dsp3 hybridization. That's why Fe undergo dsp3 hybridization. Now we have 5 CO. Each CO have one electron pair. They donate their electron pair into this hybrid orbital like this, and since it is dsp3 hybridization, we got trigonal biplanar, trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Also see, all electron in this complex are paired. There is no unpaired electron here. That's why this complex is also diamagnetic in nature. Now we are going to see structure of NiCO4. The electronic configuration of nickel can be written as 3d8 4s2 4p0, which are shown here. Here we have total 10 electron. Since CO is strong ligand, pairing of electron takes place. That's why all electron gets paired up in your 3d orbital. So now in this case just see that there is no empty d orbital is present. That's why it gives sp3 hybridization. There are 4 CO ligand, out of which each carry one electron pair, which is donated into hybrid orbital. So sp3 hybridization gives us tetrahedral geometry. In this case we see that there is no unpaired electron. That's why your NiCO4 is also diamagnetic in nature, and geometry of this compound is tetrahedral. In our next class we are going to see 18 electron rule. Thank you very much.